Hey folks, Nindo here. Today we are running a Livonia loot route focusing on the eastern side of the map, from the spawn town of Grabin down to Dolnik. Following this guide will set you on a path that leads to plenty of adventure and really gets you to know the east side of Livonia. This video will highlight one route, but I do have other routes that are located on my loot route playlist that I'll link in the description. A quick word on Livonia and how to follow this video. Livonia is different from Chernarus in that you spawn in the north, and you have to travel south for better tiers of loot. Livonia is more limited on water pumps and civilian towns the further south you go. What this means is that it is very easy to run into a situation where you're low on food and water unless you're prepared. There are a few items that are important to have before heading south. In these starter zones, you should be looking for a water bottle or canteen and have eaten enough food to wear your white apple. In a perfect world, you would have a cooking pot or water purification tablets to clean your water. Make sure to look for any chickens that you hear along your way, cut them up for their bones. If you're in a pinch, you can use those bones to make fishing hooks and then fish up some easy food. Being able to fall back to fishing in a pinch will really save you in Livonia, so don't rule it out. Lastly, this video uses the chapter feature so you can easily rewind or skip around the video to find your place. If you do find this video helpful, please consider subscribing. First off, this video will really start in Grabin, and although there are spawn points for Grabin, you might also spawn near Kolembrody and want to do this run. If you do spawn near Kolembrody, the town will look like this, with a water pump in the middle of the town, then a small bridge with a few military crates. Turn left to the east and follow this road all the way and you'll find Grabin, where we can start our journey. We will start our journey at the western entrance of Grabin. Here you can immediately find a police station to loot. Just across the train tracks, there is a single military crate to check. Then across town, we have a water pump. Then towards the center of town, there is another water pump. There is a blue medical building and a cabin with a chance for hunting loot. And then another cabin as well. Ideally, you should be looting houses along your path for helpful supplies on your journey ahead. Once ready, we'll be heading down this road, out of the town, heading east. After a bit of a run, we will find ourselves in Sitnik, another excellent town to stock up on supplies. I'll show you the loop I usually take, but feel free to freestyle this. Before we leave this road sign, to our left is actually a small camping house area that can have some hunting loot. Alright, back to the main road and into town. Veer right and we have our first cabin to check. Then there is a blue medical building. And just beyond that is a water pump. Across the street is a hunting cabin, and to the right side you will see a military HQ building. Now winding through this industrial area, we have a military guardhouse to loot. Across the street there is a gas station with a mix of military loot. Then up the road we have a police station to check as well. Across from the police station is a water pump. Make sure to drink to full. And here is my usual Livonia warning that from here on out, clean water is scarce, so plan accordingly. Now we are going to make a beeline down the road on our way to exit the city in the south, towards the industrial smokestacks in the distance. Here will be a mix of industrial and military buildings. I typically don't have a ton of luck here, but it may be worth a quick skim of the military buildings. When done, hop back on the road and continue southeast. Get ready for a little risky business here, as we will soon come upon the military base Borek. As you approach, there will be shipping containers to check, the camo possibly containing military loot. Then, as you enter the main town, there is a military HQ with barracks behind it. I have found a lot of danger in this area, so be cautious. Across the street is another set of military barracks to loot as well. When you're done, look for this red car to mark the dirt path we'll be taking out of the area. Continue following the path. And at the fork in the path, go left. This will link us back up with the main road, which we will be taking a left onto. There will be a few optional cement buildings to check on our way. We will soon find Lembork, which will have a small town attached that may provide some helpful bits of food. But the main feature is a large military base attached to it. Here you can find a good variety of military buildings to loot, and hopefully you will leave here armed with a decent weapon. Once again, after you're done, we will backtrack slightly and take this road out onto the right, going east. Follow this road as it winds through the ruined buildings of Carlin. Just continue down this road, looting along the way as you wish. At the fork in the road, take a left. And we will come upon another mixed industrial and military location. Exit back on the main road and straight through the crossroads. We will find a small town that is a great pit stop to rest up at. Sort your loot and use the water pump to fully hydrate again and fill your water bottle. Now we are going to exit by crossing the road and taking this dirt path through the forest. Here is a map to confirm your location. We are about halfway through the run. Head into the woods, sticking to the path. You will come upon another road and simply cross it and continue along the dirt path. At the fork in the path, take a left and head up the hill. You will soon find yourself at a castle with a mix of military and hunting loot. Work your way looting up to the top of the castle, and from here you can get a good view and take a moment to see if you can spot any players from here. To exit, head back and connect with the path we came in on. Then at the fork in the path with a log, go left. Continue down the path until we hit a dirt road. This part might seem a little confusing, but we are simply going to run straight through the open field and into the trees. Don't worry, we will link up with another path very soon. You can't miss it. As we head into the tree line, you'll soon see the path. Follow it on the left and head down the dirt road. On the left, we will find a huge set of camp houses. I've found that this road is often less traveled and has a good amount of untouched loot. Head back on the dirt path and take it going left. We will soon then link back up with a paved road and then take that on the right. Soon we will find the town of Gieraltow. This is a mostly civilian town and a great place to loot for more food and other helpful supplies. First off, we have a blue medical building to loot, and then a water pump nearby. Then, just across from that, is a police station with a military tent in back. Then, at the middle of the town, I'd also try to hit up the market as well. If you go across the street from the market, there is a single military HQ building to loot. Then, on the far side of town, near the church, is another water pump. Moving on, we will exit town, sticking to the main road as it curves. We will stay on this road through the checkpoint and then take a left. You'll see a brick military building to loot. Then heading down this road will lead you to a small military base on the right with some barracks and a watchtower to check. Leave the way you came in, but take this dirt road going east. Once you hit a paved road, turn to the right and continue down the road. Go straight through the crossroads. Eventually, on the right, you will find the town of Konopki, another great place to restock on supplies. Visit the market, Blue Medical Center, and water pump. Now you could head down this road going south, but let me show you an alternative route that I like to take. Head back on the road we came from. Here is a chance for a military convoy that seems to have spawned on this run. Look for this path with the red and yellow sign. This path will run alongside a road, but it may be a bit safer and even allow you to spot players on the road as you run down the path in cover. Also, following this path, we will have another campground on the left with a pond. Another great place to get valuable hunting gear. Hop back on the path going left. We will follow this path quite a long ways until it meets back up with the road. And we get our final location, Dolnik. You can find another water pump here on the right. Towards the center of town is a police station. Across the street, a military HQ. Then a blue medical center. This will conclude the end of our run. As you can see, we are right in the northeast edge of the map. If you made it this far, you managed to learn and conquer the east of Livonia. I'll conclude a quick extra idea if you want to continue your journey. Head back down the road we came from. At the ruined houses, head up the hill and up the dirt path. Follow it as it winds to the right, and before long, you'll find yourself at the top of another military installation. Just keep continuing west and explore the map. Good luck out there. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I'll be making more loot routes, so keep an eye out for them and check my loot route playlist. Subscribe to the channel and snipe the like button. Thank you and have an awesome day. Peace.